Once upon a time, there was a farm with many animals of different sizes, shapes, and colors, but they were living under the tyrannical rule of their leader, Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones did not treat his animals nicely. He fed them little and made them work long hours. One day, he got so drunk that he did not lock the cages, so all the animals gathered to plan a coup over their dictator. An old boar named Old Major has a dream where the animals ruled the farm and worked for themselves, not a dictator. He told the animals about the various human behaviors they must avoid, and a song called The Beasts of England. Many animals on the farm are confused by Old Major's teachings, so the duty of teaching the animals goes to the smartest animals, the pigs. Two smart pigs, Snowball and Napoleon, with the help of professional yapper, Squeaker, dumb down Major's ideas, and the other animals can understand the principles of animalism. With a valiant effort, the animals overthrow Mr. Jones and his cronies, but a problem arises. Who will lead the animal farm to greatness? Will the two pigs in power work together, or will one be exiled? This story is not just about animals on a farm, it is about communism. Orwell's novella is using an ancient story style called a fable. These stories originated in Greece from a man named Aesop, a soup, who would use a simple story with animals to teach people morals and values that he thought were important. This shaped Greek civilization and shaped Greek culture, traditions, and made them who they were. Orwell has modernized the fable to explain the USSR and communism. The characters in Animal Farm are parallels of major political figures in the communist revolution of Russia and the roles of society in this government. The Russian Revolution is a long and complicated story, so I will simplify it like Orwell did. During the Industrial Revolution, many European civilizations went from farming on fields to working in big, sexy, carbon-pumping factories. This improved life and working conditions for workers, but in Russia, they were stuck in the feudal age. Peasants were working on farms night and day just for little to no payment in harsh conditions, and they wanted more rights and better treatment, just like the animals in Animal Farm. When the animals take over the farm, it is the parallel of the Russian Revolution. When Mr. Jones and his cronies left, it was like Tsar Nicholas II and his family abdicating the throne. Old Major is Karl Marx, the man behind communism who wrote the original manifesto of it. The pigs who get the rest of animals on board with the revolution are the Mensheviks and Bolsheviks, and the animals are the common people, like workers and peasants. The dynamic between Snowball and Napoleon is similar to the dynamic between Stalin and Trotsky. After Vladimir Lenin died, there were two possible successors to him, Joseph Stalin and Trotsky. Stalin was a ruthless dictator who purged many Soviet citizens, while Trotsky was more diplomatic. Napoleon, who represents Stalin, is totalitarian and uses his power to scare the other animals for control of Animal Farm. Snowball, who represents Trotsky, is more intelligent, passionate, and less of a dictator than Napoleon. Boxer represents the exploited working-class people, or in feudalism, the peasants. He represents the majority of people who were in famine and suffering during the Stalin regime. He is easily manipulated, so the pigs can use his dedication, loyalty, and strength. Orwell is most known for his book 1984, about a totalitarian political party known as Ingsoc who brainwashes their citizens with changing how the people think about themselves and their individuality. They brainwash people with newspeak and terms like doublethink. For example, political prisoners are brainwashed and tortured in the Ministry of Love, which is ironic. This doublespeak language is used to undermine words to blur the lines between things which should be opposites. People get so used to them they forget the past. This is why I chose the quote, "Those who control the present control the past." This is what the term Orwellian means. It is not just about high surveillance or little freedom. It is about invading one's own mind to cement lies in their brains. This is how Ingsoc and the pigs control their respective civilizations, and even though the two books look different, they share many of the same theme. I cannot spoil the rest of Animal Farm, but I will leave off with a hint. A revolution ends where it began.